Hello and welcome. Well, I have an old friend back. Really didn't expect. I'm really nicely surprised by the amount of mods that are dropping. Really amazing. It is the Giants editors out as well, which is really fantastic. Now then, I've been looking forward to this, and I shouldn't really be on Zielonka now, but I really was trusting to know. No, I'm going to drop this down a little bit for the low bits, and we want to go a bit up for the high bits. Yeah, I've got to try and remember this. Right, so it really is the time of selling all of our silage, so I am going to go into a time lapse. I'm expecting, I sort of know roughly how much I'm going to earn, but we are at the high price, so I don't want to faff around. Yeah, in fact we're higher than the actual highest price. If you look at the time saving stock check, it's fibbing actually, because yeah, the silage is 122 right now, and it's saying the max price is in March. Well, we can see that that's a fib, because we can actually see that we've actually got it higher than that already. So yeah, it's nice to have it back. And lumberjack, got lumberjack mod back, so we might try to remove that. Let's just drop that, and should be able to pull back. Yeah, so we have a lot of work to do. I'm really chuffed with this. Of all the ones I've got, I'm not only that. You know, I've sort of been thinking going forwards, and I've got the really monster 750 grand generator on Hoot and Pantai. I like the one we've got. I think it's fairly realistic, and I don't think it's dearer than I would have paid in FS25. But I've got to be honest, I'm quite sort of, you know, when you know something's about right, and you think, yes, that's really not a bad price. You know how much you get, and it's quite believable. Whereas the 750, you can get a lot, but I think I've only got 34,000. I think we got was. I think I've seen that once or twice in all of the months that we've actually been on the game on Hoot and Pantai, and I sort of like think, yeah, but I think this one that we've got here is really quite believable, and it's, you get the odd month that's like good, but it's mostly like a couple of grand most sort of days, so it's not life-changing, but it's good, and you can get the odd time when it really is quite a bit. And I'm thinking, I don't mean monstrously amount, but like about 7,000. I think we've seen that a couple of times, so that's not bad either. So right, we want to, I want to strap these down, don't I? Oh, I've done it. I did. Do you know? It's Friday night. Yeah, it's that. Hopefully, I'm not going to forget the names of everything, but I can't promise. Yeah, this is Friday night. It is. So yeah, we've got the clock, and all sorts of really nice things that I didn't think we'd get this early on. Yeah, and some reasonable equipment, nothing special equipment wise really, but there's some really good things. Time saving stock check, that was my bestest friend. It really was. A lumberjack the same. You sort of don't miss it until it's gone, and then you like think, oh my life, I really do miss that, which I knew. Obviously the lumberjack mod is a real ease of life, as it actually says. It's true, it adds functionality that's missing. I've got to be honest, I was quite nicely surprised though by the actual in-game that we'd got already. Yeah, I'm also nicely surprised by the fact that the weight of this tractor, yeah, we've not really needed a weight, which is I've done it again. Yeah, we don't really, I mean, if you do more than a couple, it is that's a mod I really do miss, the weight one. Yeah, the weight hood, that very understated mod, but fantastic, and you really miss it now it's gone. Courseplay, obviously, although I have got to be honest, as I did say last time, I'm very nicely surprised by the workers themselves. They are even quite reliable. I mean, I always felt in FS22 they were like so volatile that it was almost, they were all unreliable. You really were unreliable. I always felt that way, whereas I actually feel on most tools that I think, yeah, I can trust that. As we saw in the very last session, the fertilizer's perfect. I mean, literally, you know, they went around things and they did every area went around some bales on the field. It wasn't terrible. I did think they'd be able to do it, and I was right, and I was rewarded for my faith in their sort of ability, and they did a good job. Yeah, so it's nice to have that, and it's a place that I didn't think we would be. I think I haven't. One thing I meant to do was click on the. I should have waited for the. Did I do? Yeah, I did. Let's do another one because I can't see it very well on that one. Yeah, so really, I'm very, very nicely surprised. And of all of the Let's Plays I've got, I didn't expect to be thinking that Zielonka was going to be my absolute favourite. And I think, again, it is a little bit like I said. It's we've got history, a nice history for the main, although not all of it for the main. Yeah, I remember with great trepidation. I'm hoping that Giants has actually fixed the issue we've got with the train throwing everything around. That I didn't enjoy ever. No, I really am hoping that they have fixed that. Well, I was on it for a while. I was. It was the Let's Play did go on. We had a lot of episodes, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that you would hope. Nah, this looks like one of those that's even though it's pushing down. Yeah, it's. I had another one like this as well. Yeah, what's why it won't release, but it won't. Yeah, and here was me saying how good this was. Pride goes before a fall. Yeah, I know. It's true. It starts pushing down as much as we can. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. So it's weird, isn't it? It does work most of the time. That when you've got like weird glitches and something should work and it doesn't work, let go of it and add it again. You know, put it back on. It resets any anomalies, but not always. Yeah, it's not always, definitely not. But it did that time. Anyway, we have got a lot of work to do, and I really, really want to get this through. I'd like to get us through to March. But there's an awful lot to do, as we can see. I think this is going to be a couple of journeys. We're going to go to the place that's playing the most, which it should be the farmer's market, but it wasn't working. I just had a thought. That is true. It is actually. We could take a single bale to see if it is actually working, because it was the farmer's market. That was the one that was the most. So let's go and see if it is actually now working, because it's supposed to accept this. It is funny though, when this went wrong, I did really have a deja vu moment. So I know in one of these, one of them, there is a golden apple. Can't for the life of me, and I'm sure we didn't grab it. I found some that I've never found before, but I'm sure there's one of those on the map. But now the other thing is, let's just, while we have got this moment, just check as well. Stick zone markers on for a minute. General settings, interactive on. It really should be. Oh, there we go. It's. Now, isn't that a bit of a red herring, though? Really? Isn't that a little bit naughty, right? Okay, then. I'm going to do my... Oh, yeah, it's really high. Naturally, I know why, which is good, which means you can zoom really well in. So I think we're going to do a little bit of painting, what I always used to do, which is to stick a blob of paint, usually like green. Oh, is this the limit of... Yeah. That'll do nicely. And then we can switch that off again, and we know actually that it does work, and it really is down to the fact that, I mean, it is a little bit naughty. You would have expected it to be where the grey was, really, wouldn't you? But I should know, yeah, it's not my first rodeo, so you'd have thought, which is why I had the idea. So that's where we're taking it to, and it's not terribly far, so let's get stuck in and let's get some money earned, and I'm not sure whether we're going to pay the loan off. I was sort of thinking about this. I was thinking, do you keep the loan? And just because we've got some bigger items, if we are going into farming, either another field would be nice straight away, or, you know, and so sometimes it is sort of necessary. We are not feeling the loan terribly. It's something I've got a bit better at, got to get a bit better at. The loan side of things, really. So it's, yeah, it does reflect my my true feelings on loans and things like that, which it is a game. I've got to get a little bit more now than this one. Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It's like, yeah, it's dropped for some reason. I've knocked it, or the workers knocked it, and it's now a little bit odd. So I don't know how we're going to do this. We could drop this. No, but it goes flat then if you drop this like that. So I think we'll leave this, and we'll, yeah, grab it off, and we'll go the other ones that all the others are like that. Let's stick to that for now. So I am going to go into a time lapse, and we're going to earn the cash from our entire year, which is an awful lot more than it used to be when we first started this. The other thing is, I do find, is that these bales, the white is very, very bright. Hurts your eyes almost. Yeah, I was like looking at editing, I was thinking, oh, they are white. If we've got a chance to get a different colour, I don't know if we have got that ability naturally, or whether it's something that's going to come later. But yeah, we are going to have a go to see if next time we're going to have to put up with it for this entire bit of wrap that we've got, though, the baler wrap. So next time I'll see if there's an option for us to buy a colour that's other than white, because it's a little bit hurty. It's like really very, very bright. Right, okay, smashing. Right, so I am saying my words, let's get some money earned. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. That's 2 bales, boy. That take it. Yeah, you can tell when you're tired. You really can. It always catches you out. See, it's true. Yeah, it was. It was. It feels wrong when you're tired. It just doesn't feel natural. But I persevered. You've got to crack on sometimes in life, whether you feel like it or not. Farmers have to do it every day. We all have to do it every day. When you go to work and you're not too well, you just crack on. Not that I'm not feeling very well. What I mean is, we're tired or ill or whatever. When you're not yourself, you can still crack on. Yeah, I don't know what the discrepancy is about. Why sometimes you get 674 and other times you get 693, and I'm like, what? Hang on a minute. Why am I going to get like 20 odds? A lot different per bale. Makes no sense to me. We didn't do bad though. I'm not complaining. No, it was a much better price than I actually thought. Would be nice to go through. Yeah, that is a nice little nest egg. I did think we'd do well, but no, I thought I'd get about 70. The prices were better than I thought they were, which is brilliant. It is. We were really at top price. Grass is growing well. Not sure what to do. I don't want to keep doing grass, but also we've got the equipment for it. I don't know whether this is going to be the year we change, or whether we can afford straight away to rip the fields up, or whether we rip one field up and carry on with the other two, or I'm really a little bit unsure as to what to do. This is the most difficult field to do, so if we were going to change anything, this would probably be the best one to take for arable. We would of course cut it one last time to be sensible. So yeah, let's crack on and get through till and see what happens. Yeah, I'd really just think that is probably the best option. Oh, okay, that wasn't there earlier. So it's a forage wagon, a biggie, a 300 horsepower minimum horse. Yeah, that is a biggie. That's one of the really big ones, isn't it? 49 tonner. So yes, and the Bergman, they are usually expensive. So I mean, your brand demands it because they're good. Yeah, I'm not. Right, so 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm still keeping with the loan for yet. We've obviously got things like harvesters to afford, and that's the other thing. I mean, we could lease in the first year. The other thing is, when you look at seeders, hard economy, there's not many crops that are worth selling for crop. Whereas you can sell... Yeah, I'm just a little bit unsure as to what we actually do. That was not a bad sort of thing, was it really? Yeah, I've seen that quite a few times now. Does both, which is quite amazing. A very good price. But again, it's an expensive thing to get into to begin with. So one last month. Yeah, it is true. I haven't seen any cheaper harvesters. I've only ever seen the dearer ones. The ones that they're 700 odd grand ones, and they're selling for 300,000. Very good bonus, but it's still a lot of money for someone who's trying to break into. So hence I've tend to lease thing. Oh no, that is a really good Belvedere horses, and a header trailer, and a very, very nice, yeah, half price tractor, isn't it really? But again, we've got two that we can manage with to begin with. We couldn't justify that kind of thing at present. We really could. So we've got 93,130. It is raining right now. It is. We are... I think this is not... Yeah, it needs lime meter on. We know. I think this... No, there are two fields that need liming as well. We can't lime... Well, you never used to be able to lime when it's fully grown. You used to have to cut it, and that's in base game. I can't imagine that really changing. Yeah, it was a nice surprise. Managed to chop that tree thing that we had a lot of difficulty with all those months ago, and we chopped the trees down. So this field is now completely a field, which is brilliant. So yeah, I'm a little bit unsure as to what we do. So let's have a look at the crop calendar is what I'm looking at, and also we want to look at prices. Yeah, I mean, what is the best? And we're not talking about base crops in hard economy. What barley is 368, which is terrible. they're all not brilliant. That's not terrible to sell canola. I know it's better as oil, but it's still fairly decent as canola. But that we wouldn't be planting that till the end of the year. So if we were going to do that, we could really get at least 2 cuts before we actually do that. Corn's terrible. Yeah, 476, not that bad, more than any others. Enoki. They're mushrooms. Yeah, they're not a bad thing to get into, are they really? Yeah, 384, 462. I don't know how quickly they grow and all the rest of it, but it is something really that you could greenhouse, do a lot of greenhouses, and really go into mushrooms in a big way. Garlic, likewise. I presume that's something you actually grow in a greenhouse. We know, yeah, I mean, everything, even grapes are not terribly good. Wow, beans are very nice. So, but it's the equipment to get the beans, isn't it? But I suppose really we've got to look. Honey's good, but there are no really. Honey's really good. It is actually. Wow, that is quite amazing. And they're not terribly expensive, but if you were going to go into apiaries in a massive way, then again, that's something we could put heavily on the side of our other fields all the way along the edge if we're going to diversify like that. And I believe that canola is one of those things that they actually do affect. So if we were going to, this would be the one that we would do for that though, if we were going to do that, because we'd do 2 full cuts if we were going to go that route and go canola. Let's just check any others. Oh wow, lettuce is as good. Wow. Cabbages, not so good. Oats, mediocre. We know olives will be good because they oh, not as good as you think. As I say, this is hard economy. Oyster mushrooms, also very good. So mushrooms and honey are probably, it sort of does make you wonder sometimes if crops are the way to go. We could stick a load of greenhouses and beehives down the side of the fields because we've got some fairly big headlands. Peas, oh, now peas are good. What is the equipment that we need for peas? Let's have a look. Yeah, that has intrigued me because that is really good. It is nice to find something that's, yeah, what do you need for peas? Is it a special, I'd imagine it's a special pea harvester, but I could be wrong. It's definitely not in there, so it is a pea harvester. They're combine harvesters. So pea harvester. Beet, potatoes, vegetables, spinach, green bean, pea harvesters. It's all the Oxbow equipment. Ooh, how much to lease? 29,000. You'd need to really to get 29 grand back from. You'd need to go big. You would from that kind of leasing. So it is good, but then yeah. Again, this is what I'm saying. This is for future expansion. It's not for at the beginning, so it's unfortunate. We could still do the honey and things like that in quite a big way. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's have a look at the actual. Let's have a look. Yeah, it has all been slog. I mean, look at the. I mean, we've done well. 93,000 is an amount that is a thing of dreams. We haven't seen since we first set out on our farming journey and we bought that beautiful wind generator that's done us proud, really. It is. I'd gladly have that again. Yeah, we've got all of this and right the way down the side as well of all of them. Let's have a look at the no, it will be is it? I think it will be greenhouses. Yep, I think it will. Definitely. Ooh, okay then. That does both of the mushrooms. Wow, it's not your cheapy. Aren't there some like these type? large mushroom greenhouse, large tarp greenhouses, large glass. Right, okay. Medium glass. Obviously the medium is going to affect. So if you were going to go in a big way, we could do 2 of those, but we really don't know how much that's going to produce. I think I'd like to do a bit of testing before doing something like that. Small mushroom greenhouse. And 4 rice saplings. That's not expensive. It does take up a lot of room. I did see that on the Hutan Pantai. So we do get some quite different sort of things though. Yeah, one of these was worth quite a bit. I mean, I know it's a slow burn. It really is. So you'd probably harvest it once a year, as in like you'd get a goodly amount that you could actually take or sell over the year. We've only got this side one's not going to be brilliant for the big greenhouses. It is a lot, but it's going to go into the field, so you've only could probably put 1 or 2 around the headland at this end, and then it's going to make things awkward for the up and the down. It wouldn't be so bad with crop. So if we're going to go crop, it would have to be canola, and we can lease a harvester that is quite reasonable. It's 7,000 or something like that, I think, to lease the standard starter harvester. Yeah, I'm sure it is 5, even less than that. So then you've got the header as well, which I think that's also about 3,000 or 4,000, so about 8,000. So you've got to make 8,000 straight back from you'd have to do all 3 fields in canola, I think, of this size to actually make one. But that's not a bad thing. We could literally tear these up in the August. When is the latest? Can you do it in September when we do our normal cut? You can. The last month of setting canola, so we could switch at the end of this year, which would be brilliant, and then we could get all of the normal cuts right the way till September, which is usually our last cut anyway, and plant the canola, which we've got the seeder for already. Remind me, have we got... I think we leased the plough, didn't we, in our equipment? The wrong one. Oh, no, that was our equipment. No, it wasn't. Yeah, this is our vehicles. Yeah, pallet forks, Anderson Group. Yeah, that beautiful bit of kit. So we've got that gorgeous bit of kit too that does lime. Yeah, fertilising too. We've got 2 cracking. Yeah, the farm tech and that. One of them obviously is in baler configuration. And we've got a lovely header. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, we don't need to. That will work with the starter harvester as well. So we've got a header. It just needs repairing. We just need to lease that for 5,000. So really, we sort of... Yeah, we can do it. So I think we've got a plan. I'm going to leave it there. 93,130. No, I'm not. We're going to go through till April, which is going to be our first cut. And then we know exactly what we've got. Oh, I wish you'd stop doing this sell malarkey. Yeah, we'll go through till tomorrow. And we'll do next session, we'll do our cut. So yeah, I'm nicely surprised by where we... Do we go out on a limb if... Are there any other grass fields nearby? I think they're all a long way away. 44's got grass on it. I think that's expensive. 45, again, precision farming's not a thing. I think 52, that's got... I think that's got canola in it. It looks like canola to me. We could also, I mean, this time we could sell our bales. I'm not being nasty, but we could sort of go a little early on somebody else's. I mean, it's not naughty to get involved in talks to actually do that. When does canola actually get harvested? Because we'd have to like grab it well before that. It is in July. So we'd have April, maybe we'd cut in July, but only this first set, March, April, no, but April, May, June, July. Yeah, we'd actually be selling them, so we would miss the boat on that. which is a bit of a shame. Unless, of course, we were a little bit canny. It is like much. It's strange. I had a conversation earlier with someone at work, and we were talking about timing. Timing in life is everything, really. It is true. We could always up the loan to buy that, to lease that, because the crop would bring in quite a lot of cash to perhaps pay off some of the loan. It never works that it pays it all off. Over the years, I thought, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll pay the loan off. Never works quite like that. But we would have another field, and we'd have the crop to partially. Yeah, I mean, we might have to buy that. I mean, the other thing is, if you bought that the month before, in June, you could then fertilise it. I mean, I've got to be honest, so far in FS25, I've been nicely surprised by the fact that the farmers have actually completely fertilised. So it is possible we could do that as well. I mean, I suppose we could. The other thing I was thinking about was contracts. I was thinking about the fertilising contracts. Weeding stone rock, which of course there aren't any at this precise moment. Of course there aren't. Of course, yeah, I was thinking, really, one of the tractors could go out on some of these bigger fields when they need a bit of fertilising doing, and actually do that. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. Could do that. With it being the Salek, well, what I was thinking was you could buy a Bredel. It'd have to be a buy, and then it would be an asset that you've got as well. And your contracts could pay that off, so you could have it in time. But I have not seen how good that. When I first looked at contracts on this very Let's Play at the very beginning, it really was quite awful. So we need to go through till tomorrow, no matter what. Yeah, all things considered, we need to go through till then. So we may have to extend the loan a little, so that we can actually buy that field, which we did talk about, buying the long, nice field. Oh no, sorry, that Noah Deadwood. Yeah, sorry, Noah. Yeah, 52. It's a fairly hefty field. It is 2.52, which is. Yeah, I mean, when you consider also that's all of that land is ours. Which I know. What I mean is, it's not just the field. And again, that's I think 58 is the biggest one. We've got 57, slightly smaller. Yeah, 0.8 versus 0.86. Not a lot really, but yes. So it's bigger than both of those combined. In fact, I would say that's probably as big as all three of ours if you put them all together. I think that is that. So when you consider the price. 151,416. It's not really terrible. So that's an option too. Right, anyway, yeah, let's go through till April. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, there's the monthly tick-ups. I just had a thought. So 8 o'clock in the morning. We do want to be starting nice and early, as farmers do. Ooh, now that, if we got that every month, now I'm not expecting that, I really am not, that would be amazing. And that's do you read, I don't think you do read other people's fields, or do you? You do. You see, Walter's done a cracking job, it's fertilised 100%, so really, that is a terribly, terribly good price for that. Let's have a look at the sales as we pop out. A very good price for another. I mean, our header was about that. I think it was very reasonable. We don't need a second one, so we're going to leave it there. Still very short on the harvester. I mean, yeah, I suppose when you consider it, the starting harvester is very reasonable. But again, you would think. I think I've ever seen. I think the one I've seen, that was the one that I've seen the cheapest. I think we saw that once on Hutan Pantai. Just over 100,000, but I mean, this one would be a real coup if you got that for 50 odd thousand. If it was a good, I mean, if it was a 70%, you'd be getting it for a steal. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have one of those. I'm quite sure. I think I saw the fact that the TX the New Holland Old starter harvester is in the pipeline. I may be wrong, but I'm sure I saw that on the daily updates. Oh, I do love the water. Yeah, the wet tires and everything. That is something nice. It is fantastic. Right, anyway. Oh, thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say, hang on a minute. 50% fertilizer. Oh, I'm going to say, as I was just on the edge of the field, I'm going to say we definitely fertilise this on top of everything else. Right, so yes, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.